Hello, good morning, Tony Cab. Comes to Bradley Meyer. How are you doing? Welcome back to True Blue Thai. Welcome back to Thailand. Hope you're doing well. For instance, I'm True Blue Thai. If you don't know me, for instance, I'm a big Man City fan from Manchester. For instance, but now I've been living overseas a lot of part of my life, etc. But now I'm living in Thailand. But a big Man City fan. I love talking about Man City. I don't do this channel for money or anything like that. I just do it because I like to talk about Manchester City, commentating on what I see, and this way I feel connected to the City fans. Right? Okay. Anyway, or something like that, or the club, or whatever. Okay, just trying to do my bit. Okay. Anyway, so it is Saturday morning. One suit, one sao, one suit. I always get those two mixed up. Saturday it's Friday. It's one sao. No, it's one suit. One sao is Saturday. I think. Yeah, he's got one. Friday, Saturdays in Thai is one sao or su. So you got one su su. So it's Friday. One sao Saturday. Right. One at it Sunday. Okay. So that's how you say it. Anyway, good morning. How are you doing? You chickens. What's it always seems to, yeah, a long story. Anyway, so I hope you're doing well, so for instance, and here we are. We've had the press conference one, apart from that stupid embargo. So we're the wait to the second part of the press conference, the Liverpool press conference, and the reaction from the City fans plus Pep after what happened on Wednesday and Thursday morning for me. Let's go. But again, we got an important game against Liverpool tomorrow, Sunday, one at it. For instance, so we can sit there and all laugh at United today. So I'll be looking forward to watching that game today. All the motorbikes are out. I got a motorbike and I can ride it fast. Yeah. Anyway, so we listened to the first part of Pep press conferences. I've just been listening to the South Stand, listening to typical City, LB, JSCG, and all the rest of the guys, etc. About their thoughts about the game, etc. For instance, and how they call out my thoughts in my little head on the game. For instance, and and how I'm still feeling, and I'm trying to pick myself up from the ground from the Madrid game, etc. And I was listening to Dabs. Dabs is, he's really impressed me, Dabs, etc. I liked him on that previous, but I didn't like our channel he was on, etc. For instance, I think he's still on it. But I didn't like the young kids who were with him, etc. So, for instance, but I think it's quite a very articulated the way he thinks and does things and says things, etc. His interviewing techniques are very, very good. And yesterday I think it was they had a panel show with Big Steve and a few others and Tone and Steve Tone back, and they were talking about what do you want? His girlfriends, his concubines. Anyway, so for instance, what he was saying about what's it called, he was I think we put too much energy into this game, to the Madrid game. The fear of the Madrid game, and we put too much energy into the Madrid game, and I think he was right, and there was a lot of Man City with the prestige of actually playing Madrid so early in the tournament, and so for instance, where you want to play them later in the tournament, but it is what it is. Liverpool got PSG, I believe, what's it called? So, and it's, but they finished top, but PSG didn't play well. So, I don't think it's worked out in the way that it should have worked out in this group staging, etc. This new league that the UEFA wanted. So you're probably getting, now they got on the Madrid derby, for instance, for the next round. I think they wanted that further down the line. So, but no English teams can meet each other. I don't understand that. Anyway, so moving on from that, but I think he was right saying that we did put a lot of emphasis on energy and on the game. For instance, in Madrid, because of and stress. And now, for instance, there's a certain degree of release. I know we're playing Liverpool. I know we've got Spurs and whatever after that. But I think there's we're back down to one game a week. We're back down. We're down to, for instance, the pressure's off us really now, and now we can focus on the rebuild. and of the squad and getting players back fit and for this to the end of the season. Because again, regardless of whatever you listen to, and if you listen to the media, the crappy media, the crappy biased media, Francis, bad, and the what's worse, I don't know what's worse, the crappy biased media or the plastic Man City fans. I think, I just don't bang you both together. And saying that we've had a crap season, and for Manchester City's incredibly high standards, yes, you could say that we've gone from here to here. We're not like United, we've gone from here all the way down to there and still dropping, right? And their financial results, and so for instance, and we could still end up second. That's still possible to get second. We could qualify for the Champions League. We still could end up with the FA Cup. We could still end up with the Club World Cup, and that has been a crappy season in transition. Gee whiz! Oh, Pep, honestly. But no, I just want people. For instance, I'm happy that in one way, for instance, that we do have this pressure taken off us now. Yes, we got Liverpool, but Liverpool are having a bit of a wobble at the moment. A little bit of a wobble and a bit of a. They're not, for instance, which is understandable. They're playing a lot of games and play midweek, which is good. And if they came in now 7 days rest, etc., that's fine. But they played midweek in a very tough game again at Villa, where they had the chances to win, and Nunes, etc., skied in the bar, etc., which has upset a lot of Liverpool fans. And so, for instance, and kind of like put the belief back into the what the hell are you? Get some strange creatures here. For instance, so yeah, just maybe one I haven't seen before. Weird. He flies, he crawls, Anyway, so, but I just, so there is a certain degree. I think I'm talking to my friend, my best mate, what's it called? And he basically says, what the hell is this? That's a new creature I've seen. Go away. Anyway, so and he's a Liverpool fan, and he's a bit nervous about the game, and about going to the Etihad. City overall, compared to Anfield, I've got a pretty good result. What do you call it? A pretty good results over against the Etihad against Liverpool. I think we're last 3 games we've won 2, drawn 1. The last one was the Mr. Shush. What's it called? Fucking Trent. I fucking son of a little bitch. Alexander Ireland, he was definitely leaving. He can go to bloody Madrid. Join the other bell end, for instance. So, and I think, for instance, so we got reason to be cheerful, and we got reasons to be positive because, again, for instance, I think there'll be the pressure will be off Manchester City to a point. At the end of the day, we need to get top 4. Simple as that, right? And we still have plenty of games to go to get top 4. Liverpool, on the other hand, need not to lose, not to, the pressure's on Liverpool rather than pressure's on Manchester City. So because of the, we just need to get top 4. Liverpool need to keep on winning or to get a result to keep Arsenal at bay. I was talking to my mate again today, and he's moaning with the fact that they're not 10 points clear or 12 points clear where they could have been. But I'm sorry, but it's very rarely, all right. You're going to win the Premier League title in such a high distance, especially now with so many competing teams. For instance, so many good teams. Brentford beat Leicester last night. 4-0? Just on the highlights. I know Leicester are crap, etc. Van Nistelrooy, another failed Man United star. Anyway, so but there's so many good teams now in the Premier League, etc. So, for instance, it's always difficult. Each and every game is going to be difficult. So, so it's very. You're not going to win the league by 10, 12 points, etc. Like they were before. The league, it's just too many good teams, and also too many games playing every 3 games, 3 days, etc. Which is difficult for any team, And you've seen how it's impacted Manchester City this season with the players. And the drop off, so for instance, in the transition, which is a very strange comment, a very poignant comment, which was confirmed by, and it was something I'm saying yesterday by that stupid Daily Star, which was only saying things what we were going to talk about anyway, of Manchester City's transition period, of the fact that a lot of the players now have come to the point now they can't play 3 games in a week. Now, with the squad the size of Manchester City, and again, for instance, this is a combination of a few things: size, squad, games, the amount of games. For instance, yeah. So, for instance, and age of the squad, etc. For instance, so and extended tournaments, etc. Blah blah blah. So and Pep had did that said that there needs to be the players are going to be sat down now. Some of these players are going to be sat down, that 18 players, with their agents, and I thought that was poignant with what Pep's saying, the agents, rather than sat down with the manager or with their agents. So by the looks of it, for instance, and we already knew that this is not a new thing. Even though the media and you're going to get people doing their clickbait jokes saying that Man City is going to get rid of 10 players, etc. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. A few players will go, Kyle Walker, etc., for instance, and a few others will probably go. But the fact is, we've also got to bring players in. So, it's okay, but it's important the players we bring in, they've got to hit the ground running. It's important the players are in, they've got to be the quality of the players who've gone, right? So it's easy to sit there and say, we'll have a transit, we'll have a, we'll get 10 out and 10 in. But you need to, they've got to transition. That's the reason why, what was that? I think you used the word yesterday, to Kevin De Bruyne, a transit, no, what did it say? A protege. So, for instance, and who's going to learn from Kevin De Bruyne? Because Kevin De Bruyne, and again, there was something which they were saying on the South Stand, which was important. It's important for me that these players go with the grace of Manchester City, and the fact that we can go with and celebrate them rather than going under a cloud. I want them to go with the grace of Manchester City. They've been stalwarts for Man City. We've been absolutely fantastic time because of these players, and they deserve to go with the grace of Manchester City and run out the contract, etc. For instance, or we go with the blessing of Manchester City and go with good faith. I don't want, like a lot of people, for instance, who are just saying, "Oh, get rid of him, yeah, he's crap, get rid of him." So that dickhead, he was interviewed, that so-called City fan, that kid, calling Bernardo Silva needs to be killed. What a stupid idiot you are. Get out of my club. God's sake, kid. Probably drunk, wants to go there, I was like, stupid idiot. And for a Manchester City player to be, you're supposed to be a City fan. Pathetic. Get nowadays. Got no style, no quality. There's so much alpha male bullshit. You see it so much in Thailand, etc. So I was going. They got no quality, no style. Just there make you sick. A lot of them, for instance, all macho crap come out with this. Got no brain. All down here. Down here. Oh. Anyway, but it's important that linked to the also just time. Important that, for instance, what Pep was, how this transition goes, and who we get out and how they get back in. I expect to get maybe rid of 3 or 4 players, but it's important that we keep the likes of McAtee, O'Reilly, etc. For instance, because they deserve to stay at City. For instance, they're coming, they're English, so for instance, and but apart from the fact they're good players and they are the future. So we can't just get rid of those and plus the older players as well. The older players, and they need to go with good grace, and they need to go. So they're not doing. And also we need to go like for like. We got a small squad. We're getting 10 players, bringing in players, but we got a small squad. We need bigger players. We need more players. So we got to keep some of the players, for instance, who have, but again, play them every 3 games. For instance, not relying on every game. So, and this is mega important. So it's mega important, this transition period and how it's handled. I'm sure I trust in the who's going to handle it well. But it is important time. It really is, and we can't be lackadaisical on, for instance, how we do it. For instance, yeah. So, but yeah, and Kevin De Bruyne, for instance, that's one of the players. Yeah, he wasn't injured, and so. And Pep said he just didn't play him. People are trying to make too much of it, so I don't think it is. It is. I think he again, for instance, we City lost. Pep losing, Madrid game, etc. I think it was lost in the first 15 minutes, 10, 15 minutes. Losing early in the hand was a massive miss. Then you got down to a one goal to a crappy goal. You know, it was a good goal up, whatever. Going down to 2-0 and then losing John Stones not long after. For instance, my God, it was you know, you're talking about a body blow, for instance. And regardless, even if we did put on Kevin De Bruyne, I do not think for 1 second, etc. We probably tried to, but I think the game was gone. So we've got to be honest with it, and not even though I don't like it. Yeah, it looks like Kevin De Bruyne could have not Kevin De Bruyne. John Stones could be having what's it called, another operation. So that could be his season gone. So that's 2 defenders again, and so it's gonna be tough. Yeah. So, for instance, yeah, I'm just looking for a piece there. For instance, we're going to talk about the Liverpool game now. Yeah, there was a. I was looking at going to be an interesting. I think the entire Egypt is going to be watching this game because you've got the two big guys. Yeah, so it's going to be interesting. Yeah. And yeah, we'll see how it was. Yeah. No, it was basically what's going on. I'll say it tomorrow or something like that. It was oh yeah. Mo Salah on comparison with Erling Haaland. I respect him a lot. We've only spoken once after the last game, but he's a striker. He's a striker, so his life is easier. I wish him all the best, but his life is easy because he's a striker. Getting the quotes is pretty. I don't understand why I mentioned that. Right, okay, so let's talk about the foot game. Had the lineup. I expect the lineups, Alex. The lineups. For instance, of City and Liverpool. So lineups, for instance, with Liverpool, the injuries, etc., are down to what's it called, Cody Gakpo, for instance, and whether he is back or. For instance, would be interesting. I think if he comes back, etc., I think we got a problem because he's playing very well, but he's doubtful. You got Alisson in the last match. Alisson in goal. Robertson, Knight, Donati, and Alexander Arnold. Twat. McAllister and Burke in middle. Diaz, and Miller up at the top, and then Jota up the top. So, for instance, that's how they played against Aston Villa. So, again, for instance, the only thing I can see is going to change that, they would drop Gravenberch for what's it called, for Cody Gakpo or whatever. I'm not quite sure. City, we start with Edison, Kuzanov, Diaz, Aki, Guardiola, Kovacic, Gonzalez, Bernardo Silva, Foden, Savinho, and Mamouche. That was our game. Was our team against Real Madrid. Me personally, I think they will have keep the back four. Kuzanov, Diaz, Aki, and Guardiola. Kovacic and Gonzalez, I'll definitely keep them. Bernardo, definitely drop. For instance, I would put Sabine left on the right. KD in the centre. I would try Doku on the right. Okay, or Greed. Okay, depends. And how English is. And I would have Mahmoud and or Haaland up front. So front is Haaland front. It all depends. If Haaland's not playing, when Mahmoud's got front. But I would also try and keep. For instance, so dropping Sevilla, putting De Bruyne in, but we'll see. But depends on how if Grealish, if Haaland's fit or not. Again, for instance, I'm saying I'm confident. I would say that a lot of people are predicting to. There's going to definitely be goals in the game. I think, for instance, Man City will be less pressure, but for instance, to get the result. Odds are favouring Liverpool, which is no surprise. For instance, I just fancy Man City can get a result. For instance, again, the last Liverpool have won 3, Man City have won 3, Man City have lost, drawn 1, Liverpool have lost 2. So yeah, so it is. It's for instance, it's going to be an interesting game. It really is. I again, I'm interesting of how Pep's what's Pep going to say in his second press conference, but we'll find out tonight. I'll speak to you tomorrow about it. But other than that, for instance, I am feeling more confident. For instance, and I think the pressure got to stop. Don't play Bernardo Silva. Don't play Phil Foden because he didn't have a good game at all against Madrid. Kevin De Bruyne has been rested. You've got to play him. Got to play Savinho. And if Erling Haaland, depending on, for instance, if Doku, if not Erling Haaland, etc., for instance, if he's not fit for play. But I want to see Erling. If Erling's in, then, for instance, I think we'll definitely win. For instance, if he doesn't, etc., I think we're going to, I wouldn't say we struggle to score goals, but it all depends on how Kevin De Bruyne plays. But what's it called? I'm still going for my usual score. I'm going for a 3-1 victory in Manchester City. I do that, for instance. And, yeah, I just think we'll have enough to beat them. And again, for instance, I do think, I'd say they're on a wobble, but they are feeling a bit better. And I can see Liverpool winning the league regardless, because I can see Arsenal dropping points. I just see Liverpool, Arsenal doing what Arsenal do in London clubs. They just bottle it. Anyway, guys, I'm going to speak to you tomorrow. True Blue Tie from Thailand. Hope you're doing well. Like and subscribe. Tell me what you're thinking. Tell me what's on your mind. How you feel about the game. Tell me what about you trying this switch around and play, and who's out and who's in. For instance, sentimentality can't come into it. Hoover Gavana, for instance, he have that sentimentality towards the players, and like Tiki maybe. So it can be ruthless. But where they're going, but I hope they go with good grace, and I hope we go with good respect, and I hope they still remember the good times. It's because it's tough. It's tough when you see a good player go down. But anyway, so True Blue from Thailand, checking out. I'll sorry cat from Thailand, and I'll speak to you tomorrow. Have a good day. We'll have a laugh along with United tonight. What's it called? For instance, I think 12:30 kickoff, or it's about 10 o'clock off here. I'll speak to you tomorrow. Sorry, from Thailand.